Ow. Hi. So when people start playing guitar, one of the first things that they wonder is, how long does it take to be good at guitar? And the answer to that's simple. 35 days. No, obviously that's not how it works. You don't need a guitar person to tell you that. Problem with that question is like, what even is good? Instead, I was like, let's just get down to it. How do you get to the point where people would consider you good? And how do you do that in the fastest way possible? As per usual, I went to Bing. So I've compiled a list of 9 ways to improve at guitar faster. Why not 10? Because I can't count that high. Get out of here, 10. So yeah, 9 items. Number 4 will shock you. Number 1, practice more. Aren't you glad you watched this video? If you're practicing an hour a day, you're gonna improve faster than someone who's practicing half an hour a day. That said, don't practice like 10 hours a day because you'll die. So don't do that. Number 2, deliberate practice, where you turn everything off and just straight to the point and you practice scales. Now, is that the funnest way to practice guitar? Probably not. But is it the most effective way to practice guitar? Debatably, yeah. Personally, that's miserable. Say every other day that you practice, just do the boring crap if you want to improve faster. Number 3, set goals. It's easier to improve when you know where you're trying to go. So say I want to learn Through the Fire. You want to learn a specific song. Make it your goal to be able to play it. Or be like, I want to be able to play this scale this quickly. I want to be able to transition between these 2 chords. You know what goals are. Set them. Number 2, it's easier to stay motivated when you're working towards something. Number 3, if you go into a practice knowing what you want to do, it's easier. And that leads into number 4, plan your practices. This is pretty similar, but nah. So at the start of the week, or at the start of the month, really just at some point, but just going into practice, knowing what you want to do and what you want to achieve from that practice will make your practice time more effective. If you're like, Tuesdays are gonna be the day that Tuesdays I'm gonna dedicate to practicing bar chords, then you'll know on Tuesday that you have to do that thing. You can't avoid it. Well, you can, but... Number 5, you want to eliminate bad habits. So if you're just starting out, you probably don't have bad habits yet, but you want to avoid developing them. And if you've been playing for a while, you've probably got some bad habits. I know I do. To avoid forming bad habits, just don't rush through something and go on to the next thing before you've actually learned how to do the easier thing properly. And if it's too late for you and you already have bad habits, just quit. When you've already been playing for a while, you don't even realize that you have bad habits. So a good way to see if you do is go back and just make sure that you're not doing any of this super easy stuff wrong. Number 6, practice with a metronome. The thing with the metronome is it can be unpleasant because it does make it a little bit harder, but if you develop this habit early on, your timing will be better and you'll be better. Number 7, play with friends. If they're better than you, they can teach you new stuff, tell you you suck. That's encouraging. No, they can tell you what you're doing wrong or new things you can learn. It's good. It's good to play with friends. Number 8, learn from good resources. In the age of the internet, there's a lot of information out there. You have to be careful of who you're learning from and what you're choosing to learn. So the easiest way to ensure that you have a good resource is to find a guitar teacher who, has a good reputation with other students. Find yourself a website with a good reputation. If you're talking to a friend, ask them what they learned. Maybe there are certain books that they learned from, whatever. Be careful of who you take advice from, because not everyone knows everything. Not like me though, I know everything. For the record, I recommend Justin Guitar, Andy Guitar, and I recommend myself. And tip number 9, the end of the list, is to just, relax. Some days you just can't play that well. Or in my case, every day. If you're getting to the point where you're frustrated, just put the guitar down for a day. Come back to it tomorrow. Because really, why are you learning guitar? To have fun, probably. Don't overwork yourself. Make sure you're having fun with it. Be the best you that you can be. Okay, so yeah, it's my list of 9 things. The famous list length. 9. If you made it this far, thank you. I appreciate it. If you have better advice than I do, you know where to put it. Right down there in the comments. Yeah, no, thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow, probably. See ya. When the sun just won't shine.